everybody, my name is Liveni Book Buddy. I hope you guys have been enjoying some of your reads over the year. This is the last episode from my channel and I'm just gonna run through a couple of things. One, some of the books that I didn't get to review but I really enjoyed and I think you guys maybe might look into next year or whenever you feel like you need a book and and then also just my hopes for the channel going forward and some of the things that I would hope to get into next year. So yeah, let's get into today's episode. We're gonna run through them really fast. The first book is by Joan Didion, which is titled Slouching towards Bethlehem, and this is just basically a short essay collection, and it is set in the 1960s, primarily in California. Done with that one. This one is Charles Dickens' Tales of Two Cities. This book, oh wow, oh my goodness, it was a lot. But what I really learned was that, you know, we're all mad and we're all capable of some kind of love and redemption in various ways. This was a book that I really enjoyed in 2019. An American Marriage. My goodness, it was just really nice, and this is the one book that made me really think about what would I do, like if I were to be in a position like this, a very tough position. What would I do? And this book really, the characters and just the storyline itself leaves you to not know what you want to happen actually, because it's like such a sticky situation. I really enjoyed this book a lot, and I'm gonna read it again sometime when I find time. And then this book was a recommendation that I saw on Instagram. I mean, guys, you know, sometimes you kind of want like some kind of motivation in your life, like so this is Rick Warren's Purpose-Driven Life. This is got a lot of godly sort of quotes, and it's like a 30-day or like a month sort of like thing that you have to follow. So you read every day and then you kind of like focus, and it's sort of helped it a bit, but I must say that I am naturally very sort of like pessimistic and like, ooh, no, you know, so it worked on some days and some days not so much. But I would recommend this book if you're trying to look for something that might help you in your spiritual journey. And then, obviously, how can you not read Water Dancer in 2019? This was recommended by Mama Oprah, and of course, we listen to Mama Oprah all the time. Whatever she says, we just do. We do it. We're like, yes, Queen, we're gonna do that. I didn't quite enjoy this book as much as I was anticipating. But I think I appreciate the conversation that is around the book, you know, in terms of, you know, the reparations conversation happening in America. It was quite thick, so it took me a long time to get to the end. Oh my gosh. I mean, anything that has to do with slavery is kind of tough to read, so I mean, I gave myself some time, but I think it is a noteworthy book, even though I wasn't like ooh, super amazed by it. And then this is also another 2019 read. Oh my gosh, this thing is falling. Come on, baby girl, you cannot do this to me. This is Talking to Strangers. This is also another self-help, just almost like this the Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. So this one essentially, you know, kind of gets you thinking about, you know, what if you knew strangers? What if you knew strangers almost like your family member, or, you know, and so it makes you think a little bit different about people you don't know, and it sort of like strips down all these assumptions about people you don't know that sometimes we just, you know, we just choose to ignore, or we choose to really see them on the gaze of stereotype and all of those kinds of things. So I mean, this book was very nice. I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I gave it a try. Oh my gosh, my books are falling. My hope for my channel next year is that it will grow in by strength to strength in terms of numbers, engagement, and just my community as a whole will just become more fuller. This is something I want to work on, and I don't necessarily always care about the numbers, although work in this day and age is legitimized by how many followers you have, this and this, how many likes you have, this and this and this, and I try to let that not discourage me and just keep me focused in what I do. But hopefully we will get to a point where we are a full community that is able to engage a lot more than we are right now, and I'm gonna find ways to get to that point, right? Anyway, I am very excited for next year. I've got so many plans. I hope I will be able to execute them. One of my biggest goals this year, as I mentioned, I think in one of the first few videos that I had this year, was that I wanted to be able to use my time wisely and know what I'm doing, like be very conscious of how I'm spending my days, how I'm spending my time, with who, what am I doing, all of that. And I think I've done a great job comparing it to previous years. It's been really just a challenging year in terms of expectation versus reality. You know, you always have to, I've had to just adjust myself to my reality, and it's been really tricky, you know. It's been really tricky, but overall I think I did just the best that I could. And next year, we'll talk about next year when we get to next year, right? So yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is always the right thing to do. And I hope you guys have a really lovely 2020. That's it from me. Bye.